looks like I am live. Checking my Facebook. Sounds like I've got some volume on YouTube. Hi everybody, happy St. Patrick's Day. I am looking here. Where are you? Let's see. Ah, there it is. I see it. See if it's got some volume. Ah, there it is. Got it. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I just thought I was working in my office and I was playing around with my rainbow stamp set. Rainbow of Happiness. And then the dies are Brilliant Rainbow dies because, I don't know, I just kind of was in the mood to play with something like that. And I decided to get it out and make some note cards. And then I got to thinking, I was playing around with the coloring, and then I'm like, well, I think I want to make an all green rainbow just for fun because we have some creative license. And I got to looking at all of our Stampin' Up! Greens, and I thought I would share with you and just make a couple of cards. But this really makes me happy. Green's one of my favorite colors. If you're catching this, please, check, comment in the comments. Let's see, this is YouTube, this is Facebook. Oh, hi Jeff. So anyway, I just had a spontaneous moment to go live. And if you're here, tell me what your favorite thing about St. Patrick's Day is. Do you celebrate it? Do you not? Just give me some, even if you're watching the replay, just go down and please comment. I love to read the comments, and it makes me feel like I'm actually talking to people too, that it's not just, crickets out there. But anyway, green is one of my favorite colors. And I also had this really cool St. Patrick's Day hat. I actually have a couple of other ones if you want to see them. We'll just wait and see if anybody comments if you want to see them. But I'm going to flip the camera and I'm going to show you some of our greens and kind of just how I like to use them. And then I'm going to make a couple cards. So I'm going to transition over here. Look at this palette of greens. Have you ever seen anything so totally beautiful? I'm going to zoom out just a bit so you guys can see all of the deliciousness. Now, some would say Bermuda Bay and Coastal Cabana is more of a blue-green, but, it probably is, but you can kind of goes either way depending on what I'm working with. These top ones are our in colors, the Soft Succulent and Evening Evergreen. These are the 2021 in colors, and they will go a whole nother catalog year. Just Jade is actually a 2020 color, and it will be gone this year. So if you like any of the end colors, you really want to get your order in for those right now, because the discontinued list will be out the end of March. And once that hits, a lot of the stamp pads and inks and markers sell out almost instantaneously. So if you are interested in any of the 2020 in colors, if you have them, I would just suggest we have the re-inkers and the markers, so you can re-ink these, and they last forever. I've had them for 2 years and I don't really think I put much ink in them. All of my re-inkers are pretty full. So but these are beautiful colors. And then these are our actual let's see, and they're in the regular line of inks all year long, and they pretty much stay in. We have a beautiful Seafoam. This is really a fun color to work with because it's so, don't know if you guys can see. It's just super, super light. It's a very pretty color. Then we get a little minty. Then we kind of go into some olive colors. This is Pear Pizzazz, Old Olive, Garden Green. Shaded Spruce is a nice bright green, kind of a Christmassy green. And then the Granny Apple Green is more of a chartreuse. It's got a little yellow in it that really pops a lot of things. So I thought it would be fun to just kind of make some green rainbows, just to be in the spirit. I'm going to add a little touch of gold at the end of my rainbow. So I'm going to pull out some of our gilded gold leaf. And I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to start with the mint. And I'm going to go with olive. I have 4 pieces in my rainbow. And then I think I'm going to go Granny Apple and then Garden. I don't know. I think I'm going to do Garden. And then I may write some things, do some things with this. So I have got my stamps all ready to go. And these are our note cards and envelopes. And they come in, I think it's a pack of 20. And they come already pre-scored. Let's see if you can see that. You can see the scoring right here. And then they have envelopes. They're a little bit smaller than our regular size cards. So they're just a tiny fraction smaller. And but they're really great for when you're doing like you're doing invitations or thank you notes, or you know, you're doing a lot of one thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold these, and I am just going to do some super simple stamping, which is very it's not generally my stamping style. I am a more person, but I am going to just really try to stick with stamping today. Not really going to add any ribbon. I am going to put some of the gold gild on. Let's see. Do I have anybody here? Oh, hi, Teresa. Hey, girl. Okay. So I've already got my rainbows kind of sized. They're photopolymer, so they're super sticky. Now, one thing when you're stamping with the photopolymer, one thing that is a really good, you don't always need it, but the Stampin' Pierce mat is almost like a super thick fun foam. It's very squishy. And what it does, if you stamp with photopolymer, since they don't have the little cushion that our red rubber stamps have, sometimes it's hard to get these to press down and contact the paper just without it. But if you put the Stampin' Pierce mat underneath it, it gives you a little cushion, and that helps to ink your paper more fully. And what I like to do, I like to take a little bit of paper and just put on here so that I don't get ink all over it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go kind of light to dark. I mean, this is not really, you know, I know that all the colors of the rainbow are not green, but, you know, it is St. Patrick's Day, and in the spirit of St. Patty's Day, we're gonna go with it. So I'm going to stamp this down. This is the mint macaron, and that's really dark. That is not mint macaron. I think this was dirty, because I think it gave me, I was stamping that with Calypso Coral a while ago, and I think it gave me a nice gray green. Hang on just a minute. It always happens that way, you know? Or maybe I re-inked this with the wrong color. That would be tragic. Let's see if I can get it. That's why it's always good to stamp off over here. The good thing is that even if you re-ink these and you get the wrong color, believe me, I have done it before, probably do it again. Or say you're stamping like I was stamping red, and then I went on top of this and some of that ink gets in here. You can take our bone folders and you can kind of scrape that ink. You can scrape it off, or you can take a paper towel And I'm going to get some tissue. And you can actually sop that out and then re-ink it. That's another great thing to have re-inkers, so that you and then you just take your new re-inker once you've kind of gotten all the color out of this, and you just take your re-inker and just add a few drops and, you know, re-ink it, and you're good to go. Okay, let's try this again. Move that ink around a little bit. Let's see. We're getting there. I guess it's, let me try. Get one of my re-inkers. Mint macaron. Okay, so I'm just going to add some ink on here. It may be darker than I'm remembering. Okay, so I'm just going to move that around a little bit. These bone folders are great for a lot of different things. And this is going to be my special in April, is a bone folder with a $200 purchase. So that's kind of exciting. And I'm going to include a little fob on the end. So that's kind of fun. So let's see if I... Okay, guys, I think I had it wrong in my head, because that's pretty much the right color, and you saw me re-ink it, so I think it's it. So look at me. All right, so I'm going to the next one, going to Old Olive. And these rainbows are really, oh, I can't see. These rainbows are really cool because they fit up here around, like, and they kind of go inside of each other. So when you're stamping, you can just move your rainbow up here to the top. I love this. And this really was pretty in my head, so we'll see how it... I kind of like it. I think it's cute. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is, let's see, I'm gonna take it. Also, this also comes, the stamp set has some little bits that you can stamp on top of your rainbow, and this one is sending you a rainbow of happiness, so that's like an actual saying. And then these are just little hashtag or hash marks. Let's see, I think I'm gonna take, and I'm gonna use the shaded spruce. Let me see how this, yeah, make sure it's dark enough. I'm gonna go over the Granny Apple Green like that. And then I'm going to use Sending You a Rainbow of Happiness with, and that one is for the next size up. So I'm just going to go right over the top there. Get that. And now I am going to take, let's see, I think I'm going to take my hearts, and I am going to add some more shaded spruce, and I'm just going to stamp some little hearts down here inside my rainbow, kind of going up like this, and then some over here like this. Okay, now I kind of like that. That's pretty fun. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some tearaway tape or tear-in tape, and I'm going to take, and I'm not just going to put it in a straight line. I'm going to kind of put it together. I'm going to lay, this is double-sided tape, so I'm going to stick that down, and then I'm going to, and I'm ripping the edges. Just want a ripped edge on that. And this will actually, when I put the gilding on, it will cover up any of my ink. It is very opaque. So I'm going to pull this down just a little bit. I want it to meet, but I don't want it to overlap. Like that. I'm going to take this off. I love the gilding. I have a video on how to use it with heat and stick powder over on YouTube, or on YouTube. So if you guys are interested in how to use it, this, if you haven't seen it, is the gold gilding. I keep it in this container. This is what it comes in. It comes in a little jar that is, I don't know, this is the first jar that I had, and it's lasted a really long time. Like, it comes out of here and it fills this up. Now this is getting a little bit, I've used up quite a bit of it, but what you do, I've got my sticky right here, and I'm just gonna lay this on top. Oh, doesn't that look very Irish? Look at all that beautiful gold. I'm gonna tap it off, and you'll see some of the edges are sticking up, and you can either take your finger and rub it off, or you can take part of a sponge and just rub that excess off. Like, once you start using this, you will, like, seriously think of a million different ways to gild. That is so cool. And in fact, I kind of have an idea. I don't know if it'll work or not. You can use a glue, but it is like, it has to dry a while, and that's kind of a bummer. Who wants to wait on your stuff like that? I will tell you that when you get stuff on your ink pads like that, you can take a little piece of tape or washi tape and stick that down, and it picks it right up, and you can throw that away, and then you're good to go. So I've gotten glitter on mine before. I know that's hard to believe, but yeah, it's happened. Okay, let's see. I think, let me take my envelope. How fun is that, guys? Look. I don't know if that makes you as happy as it makes me, but it makes me really happy. Okay, so now I'm going to take my little, now can I remember? I'm going to take my envelope, and I'm going to, actually, I think I'll do it on this side. Let's do mint. And then kind of a little precursor to what's inside. I'm going to take Granny Apple Green again. And I'm going to take my Garden Green. I love this so much. And then I'm going to take my Shaded Spruce, go over the top with my, I'm doing it exactly like I did it on the card, but I'm just doing it on the envelope. And then I'm going to take my little hearts. And you know, guys, I love to stamp. This is why I started my Stampin' Up! Business 20 years ago. I love to take the little stamps, whatever kind they are, and I love to stamp. So don't be afraid to use your stamps for actual stamping. And this is one of my favorite things in the world to do. This is what, well, besides coloring, I love to color too, but this is very relaxing just to stamp. Now look how cute that envelope is, and how cute it would be to receive in the mail. And, you know, just on any holiday. And I can send this any time of the year. It's not like I have to do it on St. Patrick's Day. How fun is that? All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that little bit of St. Patty's Day's fun. Fun fact, my youngest son's name's Patrick, and I love the Irish, and haven't been there. I did find in my Ancestry.com DNA, the kids gave that to me years ago, and they keep refining it. I mean, first of all, I was like in Europe, and then I was, sorry about that. But anyway, I'm like 12% Irish, so I can honestly drink out of this cup. So, okay, guys, happy St. Patrick's Day. I hope you have a great afternoon. It's beautiful weather here in Indiana, so I'll talk to you later. If you leave messages, I will look at them afterwards. And if you're watching the replay, I check it all the time. So see you later.